everyone, good morning. I'm just going to wait for some people to come online before we start. Okay, I see some people are coming online. Hi everybody, my name is Adanna Egbo, and I'm going to be taking you on building a personal brand. I'm going to be the moderator, and we're going to be having the session with Osaretin, Avbuluimen. I hope I pronounced that right. So I'm going to introduce him, and then I'll bring him online in a few minutes. So Osaretin is also known as Chief, and he's a graphics designer, a brand developer, and a culture shaper. And he's going to be teaching us how to build a personal brand, what a personal brand is, and how we can leverage on our personal brand to become more. So I'm going to wait for him to come online, and then we will start. Hi Balaji, welcome. Hi Mercy. Hi Mary. Hi Elizabeth. I see you guys. Please just give us a few minutes. We're waiting for Osaretin to join us, and I'm sure he's going to join us in a few minutes so we can start this session. Okay, so Osaretin is here. I'm just going to invite him to join us in this session now.
Hello.
I
didn't rub makeup today because today is no makeup day. How are you?
I'm very well.
Morning.
Okay, so just you and used to so you can start from here.
Okay. All right, guys. So good morning, everyone. If you are in Nigeria, good morning. If you're anywhere else in the world, I don't know whatever to greet you. So greetings. My name is Chief Osaretin. I'm multidisciplinary designer and also a managing partner for a company called Jonathan Cole, where we offer 3 core services around, or where we offer services around design, brand development, and advisory. And I'm really excited to be here to talk about authenticity, um, which is really one thing that I'm very, very passionate about. So I don't know how this is going to go. Are you supposed to ask me questions, or am I supposed to just start finishing everybody?
You're supposed to say 30 minutes and question answer session.
All right, cool. Okay. So, like, I know that I look like a caveman. I know. I'm trying this new look. It's seemingly something that I like. Every time I go to the front of the mirror, I'm like, who's this fine guy? All right. So, being authentic, personal brands are, it's pretty much a combination of, brand and personal. It's more like an individual that has like a, brand that has a, perception, setting perception. So the thoughts about, if anybody who's in Nigeria, well, everybody, Donald Trump, we all know Donald Trump, right? He has a certain perception around him, right? That when you finish coming, I'm coming. I'm actually going to come. When we all hear Donald Trump, we think a certain thing about him. When we hear Tony Dumelu, we think a certain thing about him. When we hear, Serena Williams, we think a certain thing about this lady. When we hear Roger Federer, when we hear, Cristiano Ronaldo, we think a certain thing about him. I think one of the most interesting individuals I found in sports recently is Zlatan. Is that Ibrahim? No. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Zlatan, yeah. The guy is really epic. For every ad that he does, I'm literally watching the ad over and over again because of his energy and because of his style and approach to it, right? So that's his own personality. But you can see that with Zlatan, he's very authentic. I think he's one of the most authentic people out there with, in sports. I mean, I don't know so many sports people, but with these people that I follow, I find that, Zlatan is one of those people who you connect with him. He's the same individual on pitch, off pitch, that energy, that style. It's very, very authentic. So, Ibrahim, yes, that guy. Right. So, my thought about being authentic is very simple, and there's no need to get around the bush. As a personal brand, you have to find the things that are unique to you alone and stick with those things because that's the things that will help you stand out. For example, I'm always wearing glasses. But I'm wearing glasses because I need glasses to see. Just me and Ada. If we don't wear glasses, that's the end. that's the end. Right? Okay. If I don't wear my glasses, right, that's practically the end. I'm going to be like, what's this? Yeah. Oh, what do you write? Can you read it out? Because I can hear clearly, but I can't really see clearly. Right. However, what I did was to take a little bit step further. I said, okay, I need to make this my own and not just wear glasses, just like that. What I did was paid attention to the style of glasses I wore and to the color of the glasses that I wore so that it's authentic to me. It's not just, something that everybody else wears. So everybody else wears glasses. But if you Google me, you will never see me in a picture without the glasses. That's why you never see me in a picture without similar style of glass like this. So it's similar in terms of the style or in terms of the color. So it's always this tortoise shell looking style or, in terms of this, oval shaped style. But that's because I have some certain things that I want people to see me as. And I've taken those keywords and adapted them into every single thing that I do, from the way I present my slides at a training or at an event or where I'm speaking, to the way I dress, to the way I speak, to the way I do my things, to how my website looks like, to every single thing. All these things, to how my pictures are even taken as well. Every single thing all adds up to your personal brand and adds up to you being, an authentic individual, authentic personal brand. So I'm always advocating for people spending time with themselves to know enough about themselves and see what are the things that are unique to me alone that nobody else has. So, for example, Steve Harris is very audacious. He's very, in some way, he's very bold and confident. He's the guy that will say the things that somebody else is afraid to say. He will say it. He's the guy that will probably cross at someone. If you know Gary Vaynerchuk crosses a lot, right? he costs a whole lot, but that's his style. He's authentic. He's not trying to butter it up for you, right? So other people would say it differently, right? I think a big contrast, a very huge contrast is Fela Durotiri and Gary Vaynerchuk. These are two huge contrasts, right? Contrasts. They both have great energy when they come to speak anywhere, but they are both authentic to themselves, right? Even if you put Vusi Tembakwayo in the context, and I'm calling these people so that it's like we can touch like around the world, right? It's like people watching from different parts of the world. So, Fela Durotiri is Nigeria, Vusi Tembakwayo is South Africa, Gary Vaynerchuk is America, right? If you put these three people on the same this thing, you can see that there's a common thread amongst all of them, right? They are consistent, they are very energetic, they are also authentic, they know what they're talking about, they have years of experience, with what they're talking about, they have solid experience. But you can see how they're each authentic in themselves, right? Gary V is authentic by himself, Fela Durotiri is authentic, Vusi Tembakwayo is authentic, right? So if you invite three of them to an event to speak, you would have a unique experience from each of these people, right? That would be very different, and you will remember each of them, because as an individual, you always want to make sure that whenever people experience you or engage with you, they have a memorable experience. You want them to remember you for good. So it needs to be an unforgettable experience where they go, oh, I remember Ada. God, her smile is just amazing. And she's so intelligent, right? That's what you want them to remember, something that is positive about you, right? That's unforgettable. So that when even if they don't remember your name, look, I remember this lady who, was this and that, right? How much more when they even remember your name? But if you leave an unforgettable experience with them, that will only happen because you're authentic. Because if you do the same thing that everybody else has done, they will not remember you, right? For example, when I introduce myself to people, I say, hi, my name is Chief Osaretin. And they go, how is your name, Chief? Or I say, my name is Chief. And they go, how's your name, Chief? And I say, that's my name. They say, how is that your name? I say, because it's my name. And they go, and I'm like, okay. Because I know when I dare, well, I dare a lot of people. And some people don't like to be dead, right? They'll probably just, chill out. So I usually say, do you want to see my birth certificate or my driver's license or my international passport? Which one do you want to see? And they go, it's there. Because the idea is, if you say, do you want to see that? In their mind, they're like, oh, it must be truly there for you to want to show them. And they don't know that you're joking at the moment, right? Because you're just probably meeting them. My friends, if Femi was standing by me and I was with myself as chief to someone, and I said, do you want to see my driver's license or passport? Femi will just be laughing because he knows that I'm only joking. But the person doesn't know that, He's just assuming that, he or she is just assuming that, oh, I'm saying the truth. And when I say that, the person goes, interesting. So how's your name, Chief? Now I tell them the short version of the story. I tell them how my name is Chief, and they go, oh, interesting. Okay. So what do you do? Now they've not only heard my story, they've also given me permission to tell them more stories, and they've also given me permission to sort of sell to them. Right now, by the time I leave, most of them never forget. They might not remember my full name, or they might not remember what I do, but they remember Chief. They say, Chief! They're like, oh, that's Chief, right? Because I left them with such an unforgettable experience. And I dare say that I'm a pleasant person to be around all the time, right? So I'm always, quite interesting. I have a great conversation with people. I genuinely want to have a conversation with people and just get to know more about them. So that for me has pretty much worked all this while. So I would say a few things to, so that, because I have, just so that I can spend like 2 more minutes and then we can have more time for questions, is just a few things to sort of pay attention to. Find keywords and frameworks or pillars that you can use as your guidelines. So for example, there are a couple of things I want people to think about me when they experience me, or when they leave me, or when they meet me. Because people meet you, have a great experience, and they leave you, right? But when they leave you, you want them to leave with something, which is an unforgettable experience, which is the middle of the whole thing. But sometimes you might not have the opportunity to leave them with an unforgettable experience. So you want to find something that you can use as a cliffhanger. Is how in news they say something like, or it's like a movie trailer. You want to find something that's a trailer, right, for them to watch, so that they can go and, it's just a very 1-minute short clip. They watch it and they're like, I want to see the movie, which is the experience of you, right? So simple, you can say, hey, how do you want people to perceive you? What's the thing that you want people to see you, know you for, see you as? And it might not be anything that has to do with your career. It just has to be 3 keywords that you want people to see you as. So I want people to always think that I'm a misfit. I want people to always think that I am a wealthy person. I also want people to think that I'm mysterious, right? So in this case, I'm always wearing very deep colors. I'm also always wearing very. I'm always wearing black for the most part of it, right? Most of the things that I own are black. You know, from accessories to whatever, they're mostly black. And I do those things because when people wear darker colors, there's a mystery around them. But also, you think that they are wealthy. They are wealthy. It's just what it is. It's I don't. It works like magic all the time, right? And so deep colors, you know, show that you're a mature person, but they also show that you know you are somewhat wealthy. There's something about you that's really unique and all of that. So, and then the way I carry myself, right? Femi will tell you there's some days when I will not have single naira in my account. But if you see me, you think, this guy has, you know, 1 billion in his account, but I don't have that much, right? Because I carry myself a certain way, because I want you to think that I'm mysterious, I am a misfit, and I'm a misfit because I don't fit into the core of what people think I should fit into. There's no template for me. If you hear my story, you wonder how I've gotten this far without having some things that people are supposed to have, you know, or would normally have. So that's pretty much some of the things that, and then so that's for keywords. Another thing you want to pay attention to is what you call yourself. You know, if you do things by, if you're an entrepreneur, right? If you're like a consultant, for example, you want to find a unique way to introduce yourself to people, right? Even if you're a business owner or you work somewhere, whatever it is, you want to find a unique way to introduce yourself to people that is new, right? Sometimes jokes might not work. So you might share a joke with someone and they might find the joke off color because they don't get it. And you can't explain a joke to people. If you make a joke, it just goes over, you have missed it. So you want to find something that is easy for people to connect with, and then something that is not too much for them to, you know, for you to sort of figure out anytime, so that you don't have to keep coming up with a new joke. Sometimes that might work, sometimes that might not work. But for me, I found a unique way to say, hi, my name is Chief, and you wonder what that is, and then it's like if you're an Igbo person, you are wondering, how did this person become chief? When even I, with all the money that I have not become chief in my village, you know. So yeah, that is my 15 minutes pitch. Yeah, I finished giving my pitch. Can give me my money now. Thank you very much.
You're not done, actually. You have to.
I have 30 minutes. Hey, well, I wanted to take questions for the remaining 15 minutes, actually.
Okay, no, we have a question session.
Yeah. Oh, wait. 15. So it's 30 minutes of me giving my sermon, and after that,
yeah.
Question. Okay. So let me expand a little bit on keywords and the reason why you should have them. So having these keywords are somewhat like pillars, and they guide you in making decisions for a lot of things as for yourself as a personal brand. They will guide you in what social media platforms to use. It will guide you in how to share content on those social media platforms. It will guide you on where you should go to and where you shouldn't go to. Right now, I'm very, very intentional with the things that I do. I'm very intentional. Like in my apartment, there is a plant in my apartment, a big plant, like growing, a live plant. And because I love green, I want things to be. I'm a minimalist at the core of who I am. Right? I like to, even in my design, it's very simple and minimal. And but it follows through in a lot of things that I do. And you know, the 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 things about the pillars and all these keywords is that when you're trying to make a decision for what your website should look like, for example, you already have an idea of what it should look like, because you know that these are the keywords you're trying to add. These are the things you want people to see you as in the larger spectrum of things. So my website is very minimal. If you go to chiefosaretin.com, it's very simple and minimal. If you go to even our company's website, it's very simple and minimal. Because you know, I've always said that a brand's DNA is a brand's DNA is the DNA of the owner. What is the difference between I'm going to answer this question. This question that Femi just asked. But Femi, this your question has made me lost my train of thoughts. This is not even fair. I remember now. So when I'm making it, because the DNA.
Okay, I think we lost Osaretin. So I'm going to try and invite him again so he can come back. The network is pretty poor on his end. So we're just going to wait for him to come back online and then we'll add him. Okay, he's here. So let me add him again. Sorry, Tim, I think I've already sent you the invite, so you can just join. Please check, you can just join. I've sent you the invite already. Oh, sorry, Tim, I sent you the invite. Please join, or you can request so that I can add you. Okay. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for you. The network is pretty bad. I'm just going to add him again. Okay, hopefully he gets added this time.
Finally.
Welcome back.
All right, cool. So, what was I saying again? Okay, you have joined the video as a guest. Yes, I did. As a guest. All right, cool. So, the DNA of a brand is the DNA of any brand, whether business or personal, but mostly business is and I'm trying to explain that as regards, and I'll drag that to authenticity. The DNA of any business brand, especially when it comes to business organizations, is the DNA or could be the DNA of the founder of the company or co-founders or group of founders of the organization or whatever it is. That is what the DNA of any brand could be. Now, in some rare cases, the DNA could be unique. It could be something new that they created out of the blue that is completely different from the founder, right? So you can see some companies and you'll not be able to relate with when you compare them with their businesses. There's no similarity or it doesn't look like them. I can open a business like that and it won't look like me. I mean, it might still be, there might be minimalism in the approach to how we do things, but it might not necessarily reflect me, so to speak, right? Because there's probably no need to do that in the business. So it depends on the business. Now, when you're building authenticity, you don't even need to think too far to build authenticity because you already have that within you. You're already naturally different. Me and you can read the same book and interpret it differently because we are both different. We think about things differently. We come from different backgrounds. Even me and my brother, my own brother, do not think the same way. Me and my brother, we do not have the same thoughts about a lot of things, right? And we come from the same family, we come from the same mother, the same father, right? But we have different opinions and different thoughts about things, right? That's me and my brother. Same with my sister as well. We have, and that I'm saying even for male and male and male and female, we both have different things. For example, I don't eat rice, right? My sister can eat rice for 3 years straight and be okay. I can't eat I will not even I will pass out at some point. I can't eat rice, right? That's just me. But that's my sister, right? We're two different people. Now, so if you narrow that to a lot of things and spread that to a lot of things in our lives, same thing. There are a lot of things that are different for us. Some people cannot fathom the idea of wearing black alone. I can't fathom the idea of wearing too many colors, right? And it's not like I don't like colors per se. I do love colors. I wear colors every now and then. Because I mostly wear when I wear suit and tie, I try to play a lot with the color of ties I wear and then the color of pocket squares I wear. Right, I do that, and the color of socks I wear colorful socks, so that I can play around with. But as regards me wearing yellow suits, it's not going to happen. It's not yellow suit is bad color. So Osaretin will not wear yellow suit. It can never happen. Chief will not wear it. It can't work, right? Same with some certain style of glasses. I will never wear them, right? Because I'm authentic to the kind of things that I like. So those things that you like, those things that are your preferences, those things that you prefer to wear or prefer to do are okay because those things are part of your personal brand. Like everything you do is your personal brand because a brand is perception. A brand is someone's perception of of someone or of a product or of a service, right? So if you think Apple products are expensive, that is your perception of Apple's product. If 80% of Apple or people that know Apple think that Apple's product is expensive, then the perception of Apple is that Apple's product is expensive. I don't think Apple's product is expensive, right? Some people think it is, but I'm an Apple fanboy. I have a Mac, I have an iPhone, I have AirPods. Well, yeah. I'm going to get another iPhone very soon. I get an iPad and then get an iMac eventually. That's just me, right? And I don't think they're expensive. But some other people think, what? I would rather spend that money buying something. And I know people who would never buy any Apple product, not because they don't have the money. They have the money to buy it, but they will not buy it because that's just their preference. So all these things that are little here and there, you have to find a way to, because those are part of who you are, right? If me and you go somewhere to speak now, your slides will be designed differently from mine, right? Because even if we're both designers, because hey, there's something that appeals to you that differently that doesn't appeal to me, right? So let's say how you put this to social media. I was going to say that before Nike even raised it up because I feel like that's one of the most tangible things people can sort of relate with. A simple way is to say, for example, if you're sharing content on social media, you might not need to share content as creative or as graphics. You might rather need to share content as video because for you, video is what sells your personal brand better than graphics, right? For me, I might be able to do a combination of all of these things: video, audio, and graphics. For someone else, it might only be video. For someone else, it might only be audio. For someone else, it might only be graphics. And of course, there's a part of these things where you have to overcome your fear, right? Where you have to overcome the things that you fear because you always have to grow. Because everyone has strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, right? Your strengths are the things that you're naturally good at, right? Those ones, they can wake you up from sleep. If you wake me up anytime to speak about something that has to do with brand or design, I wake up anytime, I will talk about it. Anytime, right? I don't have to even prepare a slide. I did not prepare a slide for this event, for this game. I didn't. Because I already know what to talk about, right? So, and I have them laid out in my brain like that, just how they should talk, how I should talk about them. Now, that's yours. I have 3 more minutes before I round up my sermon and collect offering. Um, that is my strength. My weakness is, however, is that I'm great at designing, right? But I love to design, but I also don't want to design so much. I'd rather be in front of the client doing advisory work, right? That's really where my strength really is. But my weakness is I probably don't want to design all the time. That's my weakness, right? So I probably would delay somebody's work because I just don't want to design, right? Um, so that's my weakness. Now, my weaknesses are not very terrible. Threats are the one that are more terrible, right? Because weaknesses you can change to strengths. Sometimes threats you can't really do anything about them. You just have to find a way to work around them. Now, a threat to me, and it could be Canva, may not be Canva, right? That might be a Canva, that may not be. As a designer, right? Most designers have asked me saying, "Oh, are you worried about Canva?" I'm like, no, we use Canva for our clients as well. We make templates on Canva for our clients so that they don't disturb us to do design for them because they don't have money to pay us. Now, opportunities are the things that you could see and say, look, oh, what are the other things that sort of. So everybody has that sort of could grow into. Everybody has strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, all these things are a combination of them is what makes you unique. So you have to use all these things to your advantage. Now, if you like red, red is not a color that people want to see all the time. So you want to find a way to add red to your design. Very small, somewhere there. It might be under as a bar. It might be on top as a bar. It might be on the side as a bar. Something so that when I see your creatives on social media, I know this creative is coming from Ada. But I don't think Ada likes red. Ada, what's your favorite color?
White.
White. Okay, so Ada's favorite color is white. But so it means that if you see any creative from Ada, any graphics from Ada, it's always going to be white for the most part. And let me tell you what will happen. This is what will happen. If somebody is designing for Ada and doesn't ask the right questions to Ada, they will end up using green or yellow. And then I'll be like, I don't like this. And let's assume that Ada doesn't know how to, let's assume that she doesn't know how to give feedback. And sometimes it's not on the clients to give feedback, good feedback. It's on the person doing the work to ask them the right questions to unlock the right answers, right? So in my own case, I will ask Ada, what exactly is wrong? Is it the color? Is it the font? Or is it the shape? What is wrong? Ada will say, I think it's the color. She says the color. I say, what's your favorite color? Ada will say red. I say fantastic. She say white. I say fantastic. I will eliminate all the other colors and put it white straight up. And put little, because when somebody says they like white, it means they don't like any other color. Even if you must put any other color, put small of it. So I will eliminate the color, redesign creatives, and put small color there. Just very tiny color, right? And then I'd have to sit and go, hey, and now you're talking, right? So when you see creatives from Ada, you know this is from Ada. When you see creatives from me, they are always going to be very minimal and very simple and will be most likely be in black all the time. That's one way you can do it. Another way you can do it is to say you don't need to be on all platforms. If you're somebody who people see as a lot more professional person, you might want to stay on LinkedIn. Even if you share content on Instagram, you want to still share that same authentic professional look that people have associated you with and that you like and that is part of your core. You want to share that thing on Instagram. So you might take the same bio that you have on LinkedIn and translate it to Instagram as well. And take the same videos that you share there and share it on your Instagram as IGTV videos and then put a preview on your Instagram. That, for me, is pretty much a few tips on how you can do that. Black, white, and yellow. Yeah, well, that's not my color. Well, it's mostly like black and a touch of yellow. And that's not yellow. That color is called something. It's not yellow. It's actually called amber. It's not yellow. Yeah. Let MTN not come for me. So I think that's like 30 minutes. That's 31 minutes actually of preaching. Please let's pass the offering basket around. Who is in charge of offering?
Don't worry,
I'll collect it now.
Fantastic. Okay, question. What?
Okay, so let's start with
Femi's question.
His question is,
what's the difference between
having
OCD and being
Now, sometimes it's a very thin line. I have OCD, right? I'm very, very, very particular about a lot of things. And I can literally have a panic attack if something is moved on my desk. I almost will have a panic attack. I'm better now, but way back in the day, it used to be very worse. I used to literally have to, when I come into my house and something moved, I will know from the door. I'm like, something is missing in my room. What's good? And I'm like, who took something from my desk, from my wardrobe or something? And somebody will say, I did. I say, where is it? I might not know exactly what it is, but then again, I'll know. Now, it's a thin line sometimes between being intentional. Now, but there's also the thing where the world has almost made it seem like people who are excellent people are what's the word now? People who are excellent people might not be necessarily have OCD, right? And they probably will have OCD. They're most likely people that have OCD. But excellence is not a bad thing, right? And being intentional is not a bad thing. I would say being intentional is just planning. It's almost like doing things very intentionally. You know, you want to be seen as a certain thing, so you take pictures from a certain angle, you take pictures in certain places so that people can see your feed, and your feed looks a certain way, right? So my feed looks a certain way because I have things like wristwatches there and cars and some certain things on my feed. And I don't share people's flyers on my feed. The reason why I share this particular flyer from Femi is that Femi designs very well, just the way I like it. That's why I shared it. My friends have accused me over and over again of not sharing their event flyer. And I will not share it because it's me that designed it. And either it means that it's nice, I can share it. Or it was designed properly, just the way I like it. So being intentional is pretty much deciding that this is where you're going to, and you want to take careful, calculated steps. It's being calculated steps to a certain goal. That's what being intentional is to me. Having OCD is you have obsessive compulsive disorder. It's seen as somewhat of a bad thing, but you just want things to be done in a certain way. So you are somewhat picky. That's another way to put it. You're picky, or you're that. Now there's EOCD, which is the extreme cases, and there's people who just have normal OCD, right? They just want things to be kept a certain way. They're just very clean. They want things to be clean all the time. They want things to be arranged, organized, and that's fine. And there's no, you can't really help those kind of people. Then there's people who are just naturally petty. They just want things to be done in a certain way, and they're just petty about it. That one is a little bit wrong. Now you can be petty sometimes as a joke, but you also don't want to be petty too much time so that it's now offensive to people, right? I'm petty. I'm a very petty person. So I can quarrel with someone now, right? And send them an apology note, right? And it's a box of pizza. And it will be heavy, like there's pizza inside. But when they open it, there'll be no pizza. It'll be something else, right? It'll be probably rubber plastic pizza. Because that's how I am. I can do that. And I can pay for, I got the whole 9 yards. Domino's Pizza will actually deliver it to you. So it won't be me. It will be Domino's Pizza that will deliver it to you. But I will, just to be petty, I find a way to say, Domino's, please, this is what I want to do. I'll pay for the pizza. But can I just have this guy deliver this thing for me? That's all. I'll pay for delivery. It's okay. Let me just have the person deliver this thing to me. Or if somebody threatens me and says I can't do something, I'll say, I'll do it. Just so that I can prove to you that I can do it. I will do that thing. Then I will do the thing and show, and they'll say, sorry, now someone cannot play with you again. I say, no, I don't need to play. So I mean, that's pretty much the answer to that question. Next question, please.
Okay.
The question
is how
do you deal with
because I just
started building my personal brand.
Okay.
It is
hard
work.
Create
Content,
posting them, doing all of that.
asking
Asking myself things like things.
So
How do you deal with consistency?
How do you deal with consistency? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very easy. And I'll tell you why. There's a certain, we all have some certain things that we can share and talk about, right? The best way to do that is to say, that's how I've dealt with consistency in my own life as well. And I'm not even that consistent. So what, even though I'm the one designing the content myself and I have so much content for days on my notes already, what I do is very simple. I take out one day in a month, right? And create content that I can share going forward for the entire month, for the next month. Now, one of the things that hampers consistency is that we try to do too much. Don't try to do too much. If you can only post once a week, be consistent in posting once a week, right? Just once a week, because we all have our daily lives. We have work. I'm sure that you have work. You are, with the kind of work that you do, I'm sure that you're super, super busy, for the most part of it, and you don't have time because you're either trying to consult or you're trying to get the things done. So there's like so much work on your table. So, but you have some days when you have some time, spare time, even if it's just one day. So don't try and do too much. Just start. I can only post once a week. This week on Tuesday, I'll post. Next week on Tuesday, I'll post. Or this week on Wednesday, I'll post. Because you've done this for a long time now. So you know when you have an idea when your free days kind of is. It might not be always, but maybe on Wednesday, I'm a little bit free on Wednesdays. Maybe. And you can say on Wednesdays, I'll post. So you can decide on that Wednesday, I will create the content and share the content. Or you pick a day in a month and say on this day of this month, I'll gather content and then create content and then get you ready for the next week. So you're only creating 4. If you are going to create videos, for example, you're only creating 4 videos on one day to share in the following month, right? Because you created it in this month. So next week, the first, this is what month are we in? May. Next month is
May.
January, February, March, April, May, June, right? In June, you know that on Wednesday, first Wednesday of June, you have video. Second Wednesday of June, you have video. Third Wednesday of June. By the time you are sharing video for this June, you will now create that one day that you chose. You do the one day again for July. You do the same thing. You do the one day again for August, for September. So that in September, you have video for the next month. In October, you have video for the next month. In November, you have video for the next month. In December, you have video for January, right? That's how you can do it. And then once you've been consistent in that for a certain period of time, you now start to crave more because you've mastered a way of doing it. You are now used to it. You can do that in your sleep now. You can then take on more responsibilities and say, okay, you know what, I want to post twice in a week, which is 8 videos in a month, right? Because once you break it down, it's easier to attack. I'm doing 8 videos. If I do this, my one day plan, can I make 4 videos in a day or can I make 8 videos in a day? Because you've been doing it before, you know that, you can only do 4 videos in a day. So it's okay, day 1, I do 4 videos. So you pick out 2 days in a month to do your 8 videos so that day 1, you do your 4 videos. Day 2, you do your remaining 4 videos. You have 8 videos. Then next month, your videos are ready and you can say, I'll post on Tuesday and I'll post on Thursday, right? So you can give 1 day in between. You post on Tuesday and post on Friday. You can give 2 days in between. And then you do that going forward. Then you try that again for another 30, that's why people say things like 90 days because it takes 21 days to build a habit and it takes 90 days to build a lifestyle. So once you've done this thing for 21 days, which is 1 month, you have decided to build a habit. When you now do it over and over again in 3 consecutive block of times, you've now built a lifestyle. So it's now part of a lifestyle. That's how I think you can be consistent, right? Another simple trick is very simple, is to set a reminder on your phone. Use technology to your advantage. Set a reminder on your phone. Even if you forget, snooze it and set a reminder so that it prompts you, right? I set a reminder for everything. I'm telling you, I set a reminder for everything, including my mom's birthday. I set a reminder for it. I might just forget, right? I've forgotten my own birthday before. Actually, no. All right? I have forgotten my...
Serious.
I think I have forgotten my birthday once before. In fact, I've forgotten my sister's birthday and my mother's birthday. There was a time I used to forget my mother's birthday so well. I used to call my brother every other because my mom's birthday is in July. I used to call my brother but I always mistake June and July. I don't know which month is which. I always mistake these 2 months, right? And I mean, there's a lot of things that I call about me. I always mistake these 2 months. I also do not really know my left from right, right? If you say, I can almost tell you. Sometimes I can be like, turn left, and I'm pointing right, and my driver will look at me and say, Oga, you are pointing right. I say, you know what I'm saying. just turn left, follow the. So I can say left because I know that in my brain it's left I turned that day. But if I use my hand to say that place, that's the end. I finished. I'm confused even myself because I'm probably saying turn right and I'm pointing left. I'm like turn right and I'm pointing left. And I'm saying turn left and I'm pointing right. So I use this as my advantage. I set an alarm to set a reminder to say post video on this day. And with the apps, I don't know about the Android, but I know you can use the Google Calendar app to your advantage, and also the Apple Calendar app. The Apple Calendar, why I like it is because it can let you schedule one same event every week, right? I think the Google Calendar can do that as well. So you can schedule that same event every week. So you say every week, keep reminding me. So for example, simple and very practical thing on my calendar, I have it set to remind me every 3 months to change my toothbrush. Because you're supposed to change your toothbrush at least every 3 months. I have it set to remind me to change my toothbrush every 3 months. And once it's 3 months, it says change your toothbrush. I remember. And it reminds me in the morning around 5 because I usually wake up at 4 a.m. and I not get off the bed till 5 a.m. So 5 a.m., 4:30, 4:45ish is a good time for me to remind me in the day that the toothbrush is due to change. Now, I see that reminder in the morning when I wake up and I say, oh, change my toothbrush. I go and take my toothbrush. Now, do I not remember 3 months? I remember. Do I not remember using my toothbrush? I do. But I don't bank on my memory like that because I might forget. So I use everything to my advantage. I also take notes. If you have ideas, sometimes another thing that hampers consistency is you might not know what to share. And that's fine. But you've had brain waves of ideas so many times, you just didn't pay attention to it. Right? So what I've done now is I take notes, both on my notepad and on my note app. If a brainwave comes on an idea, even though it's not fully formed, I quickly type it down. That's why I don't like to drive. I love driving. Like I genuinely love driving. I enjoy driving, but I don't drive all the time. I rather my driver drives me so that I can. That's why they pay CEOs more money, because CEOs spend time thinking about ideas, right? And they pay for drivers so that they can focus on doing what. That's why if you're executive in any company, they will give you driver because they want you to focus on coming up with ideas, right? Now, I'm in the car. I come up with something, I'm in traffic, something just happened, and then, I should talk about this, and I write it down. Something happened, I say, talk about this, and I write it down. I'm taking notes all the time. I'm making notes. When I get back on my desk and I want to say, I don't need to go and think about content. I just go back to my repository of content and pick one topic or pick one content, flesh it out, create the content, and share, right? The people now start asking, why do you have, you always have content ideas? No, I don't. I just pay attention, take notes, and I have so many things to talk about. Then when I want to talk about it, and I also read a lot as well. So when I read, I see an idea, I capture it. So documenting is very important. Document all the ideas that you have, all the things that you learn, or when you're talking with somebody, you learn something, you document it. There's so many ideas. Even that thing that you think is not an idea that you can share it. Because we always underestimate the thing that we know, that we think came easy to us, that we think people should know. But people sometimes have no clue about it. So that is a solution to consistency.
Thank you. You did a very good job with this, explaining that.
You're most welcome.
You're most
welcome.
The next question is from Nanke. She says, aside Canva, which other tool can we use for graphics?
Right. So, which sometimes isn't punchy enough for me. Are they bootstrapping tools, up and coming? So yeah, there are a lot of tools. I would mention some here. And maybe what I also do is sort of do a research on my own and figure out more tools that people can kind of use to do design. There's this tool called Affinity Designer. It's a design tool. It's quite easy to use. It's you have to pay for the tool anyway, but it's an investment really for the designs that you want to share. 5 more minutes. Don't forget to see the video. Thanks.
Is it a web app or an app?
It's an app. It's an actual app that you have to download, but it's a desktop. It's a computer app. So Affinity Designer is one. There's Adobe Illustrator as well. There is Canva is great. I don't think Canva is the issue. I think that you want to find more. I think that you can find a lot of templates, Canva templates, and in fact, that's one thing that we decided we wanted to do, to create Canva templates for people to sort of help them create more amazing designs. So Canva is a great tool that you can use to do designs. Another tool would be yeah, I think that's it. You can, if you have a Mac, you can use Keynote to design. Yeah, if you have a Mac, you can use Keynote to design. I don't know about using PowerPoint, because I've never used PowerPoint to design graphics like creatives for social media, but I've used Keynote to do videos, motion video of logo. That the logo comes from here, the text comes from here, and it forms one video, and everybody sees and go, "Oh my God, it's so amazing!" I say, "I know." So yeah, Keynote is another tool that you can use. Those are the tools I know for now. With Canva, I would say find templates online, free templates for Canva that you can just replace stuff in there and create graphics and design for yourself. All right, so any more questions? Or should we close church?
No, but our time is up already, so we have to go. Thank you so much, Osaretin. I learned a lot
Thank
from
you,
this
Adanna.
class, and I hope
I did learn a
learned
lot.
something.
You made the class so fun.
How? By not saying anything.
No,
But
you were
thank you
smiling now
so
when I
much.
cracked a joke. You smiled. I said, I said something very funny. Let me document this joke. I have to be saying it all the time.
Thank you so much, Osaretin. I really enjoyed your
Thank you
class.
too.
I hope
All right.
you did. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.